What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. Today, we have a little bit of a different setup, but I'm actually in Florida right now with my family. We spend the holiday here. It's a bit warmer. I actually just got out from swimming in the ocean, but I did want to film an episode for you guys today. This will probably be my last upload until after Thanksgiving, but I want to go over this story that is currently unfolding with Steph Curry and his departure from Under Armour, because there are some fun little tidbits that we learn about every single day, and it also ties into two prominent WNBA players in Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu. So let's jump right in. So Sports Business Journal came out with this article, and the headline reads, "Report: Curry split from Under Armour due to concerns over commitment level." And there were a couple things in this article that caught some huge traction on social media. One of those circling around Caitlin Clark. Sources noted that one sore point for Curry was the attempt last year to recruit Fever guard Caitlin Clark to join his brand. He and the company pursued the phenom, but Under Armour's offer trailed the total value of Nike's pitch. As Under Armour founder and CEO Kevin Plank returned to the helm early in 2024, a source said that Curry hoped that Plank would invest more in his line. So if you guys aren't familiar, Stephen Curry has his own Curry brand that is with Under Armour. And since he has left Under Armour, he is able to take that Curry brand to another brand. So there has obviously been so much speculation about where Steph Curry will go next. He has also been wearing so many different sneakers, not only to his games, but also on the court. And I will get to that later on in this episode. But I want to talk about what Steph Curry said here. He was gunning to Caitlin Clark. And if you guys remember, when Caitlin Clark was making her rounds and she was having these meetings with different brands, there was this graphic that was going around that said all of the offers that she was offered. So Adidas offered her 4 years for $6 million, which is crazy. Puma walked away when they were told that the bidding would start at $3 million per year. Under Armour offered her 4 years for $16 million, which was actually year by year the biggest offer that she got. And then Nike, which is obviously the offer that she took, was 8 years for $28 million. Now, we've talked about this a million times. I still think getting Caitlin Clark for $28 million for 8 years is the biggest steal in sports history. I think Caitlin Clark is worth so much more. Now, she hasn't come out with her signature shoe yet, but I think people will be foaming at the mouth when that happens. And I do think it's funny because we have talked about on this show so many times, like I've done the comparisons between Stephen Curry and Caitlin Clark, and I think that the way that they play is so similar. The kind of impact, the kind of gravity that they have on the court is so similar. They're both super likable players on and off the court. And obviously Curry recognized that. Like he realized how big Caitlin Clark being attached to not only Under Armour, but also his brand, because he would basically sign Caitlin under the Curry brand. I think it's smart in a sense for her not to sign underneath another player's brand, because I think that she is a big enough name. I mean, she absolutely is a big enough name where if she wanted to create the Clark brand, like if she wanted to branch off and kind of have her own line, she could totally do that. And Under Armour has never had relevancy in the basketball space. And while Under Armour, they make a lot of good gear. Like I will say, I have like shorts and t-shirts, and I have worn Curry shoes. Like I did a brand deal with Under Armour for the Curry 8s. And so I have a pair of his shoes. They're super comfortable, but they just haven't carried the kind of gravity. They don't have that iconic feel that Nike does. Another side note that I will say is that this quote was going super viral on Twitter. So where Sports Business Journal actually deleted it, the quote that was talking about like the Caitlin Clark whatever. And a lot of people were wondering, like, are they backtracking now? It's still in the article, because I made sure that I looked up the article and like made sure that it wasn't a typo or something that whatever, but it was deleted off of social media. I do not know why. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody made a call in and was like, hey, we don't need this trending. So that was kind of weird. I just wanted to point that out. And another WNBA player that Steph Curry brought up recently was Sabrina Ionescu, because in his last game, he actually wore the Sabrina 3s on the court. And this was the first time that Stephen Curry has worn them in the game. Now, we talked about in a previous episode how Steph was warming up. What shoe was he warming up in? Oh yeah, in the Kobe. He was warming up in the Kobe's, but he ended up playing in his Curry shoe. He actually played in last night's game in the Sabrinas, and he was asked about it after. And he says, I brought out the Jordan flu games, which he wore those pregame. Like he wore those for his tunnel entrance. Also, by the way, you guys, the kind of shoes that he's wearing, he has some fire on his feet, okay? Like every shoe that he's been wearing, these photos and things have been going viral on social. So he said, I brought out the Jordan flu games and the final shots and then played in the Sabrina 3s. Everybody should be on alert. I'm calling trying everybody, trying to get some good product. And that was also reported. It said that Stephen Curry hasn't been engaging in serious meetings yet with these different brands. And it does seem like he is taking this free agency, like he's making the most out of it because he has worn so many different brands and he is getting the coolest shoes. But then he also said when she was coming out of school, I was trying to get her to Curry brand. He's talking about Sabrina. And he said it's hard to get an Oregon Duck to leave Nike. Now, if you guys also remember, like Sabrina was actually in attendance at this game. She was sitting courtside. These three players, they're all lights out shooters. Like Steph gets it. Sabrina's box office as well. They also did the 3-point shooting contest against one another at NBA All-Star a couple years back. So Steph is a huge fan of women's basketball. He also signed AZ Fudd to the Curry brand. And a lot of people were wondering, like, where is AZ Fudd going to go next? Is she staying with Curry brand now that Steph Curry left? I would imagine, because I think I also remember seeing a quote somewhere, and I'm going to have to go find it, but I think I remember Steph Curry saying, like, AZ will be good. I've like got her covered. She'll come with me wherever she goes. But Steph is definitely trying to get these women's basketball players, like these shooters, on his team. And I think that that's super smart of him. This message is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds. These open ear earbuds let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite music, podcasts, or calls, perfect for a jog, commute, or just kicking back. Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds keep your ears open for whatever is happening around you while delivering crystal clear sound. And my ears are sensitive, so I love that these sit outside of your ear canal and are super comfortable. They even stay put while I'm working out, doing housework, or playing with Sunny. And Raycon delivers premium audio quality at half the price of the big brands. Black Friday is around the corner, and Raycon audio products are up to 30% off site-wide. From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting. These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/radopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/radopen. And thanks again to Raycon for sponsoring this episode. But it is crazy when you think about how long Steph Curry was with Under Armour, and Under Armour they just don't have that cultural appeal. And I do wonder if he was with Nike, how many shoes he would have sold with Nike. And I don't know, like I would have to look up the actual sales of Under Armour, but it's just not a brand that kind of stands out. And I wanted to show you guys the 10 most popular sneakers of the 2024-2025 NBA season. There's like one pair of Adidas on this list, and it's the number 10 pair. Number 1 is the Nike Kobe 6. Number 2 is the Nike Sabrina 2. And you guys, the Sabrinas are pretty much like an elevated Kyrie when Kyrie was no longer with Nike. I feel like they just kind of reworked his shoe a little bit, but the Kyries were so popular and so comfy, and so many NBA players wear them. So that's why you do see so many NBA players wearing the Sabrinas. Like her shoes are really, really good. I have a couple pairs of Sabrinas actually. Dre wears the Sabrinas, like huge fan. They're really good shoes. But then number 3 is the Nike Air Zoom GT. Number 4, Nike Kobe 5. Number 5, Air Jordan 39. Like I do wonder if Steph had stayed with Nike, if Nico wouldn't have kind of botched that meeting that they had, which by the way, did I even bring that up yet? Did you guys hear about that story? So the reason that Stephen Curry left Nike in the first place to go to Under Armour was reportedly because Nico Harrison botched the meeting. So the report is that Curry came to Under Armour in 2013 after then Nike basketball director Nico Harrison botched a meeting between the swoosh and the chef by showing a presentation intended for another athlete, which is just crazy. Like you have the generational talent that is Steph Curry. Like a lot of people have him in their top 10 players of all time. You botch a meeting and then he goes to Under Armour. But I do feel like there's probably a lot of time that we missed out on, but it seems like Steph Curry is taking this leap from Under Armour so very seriously. And I do wonder, like, if he gets back to Nike, what athletes will he pair up with? Will there be any other younger athletes who will want to sign with him and join his Curry brand? Which, speaking of younger athletes, it was actually just announced today that UConn sophomore Sarah Strong has signed an NIL deal with Jordan brand. And I honestly think that that's a perfect fit for her. And Sarah Strong has been one of the top players already this season in women's college basketball. And I was thinking about doing a video of some college women's women's basketball players that I think you guys should be on the lookout for and that you should be watching this season. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. And lastly, you guys, I want to go over this Team USA training roster. So USA Basketball just announced the 18 athletes that will be attending training camp from December 12th through the 14th. This is at Duke. And a lot of people were wondering actually why Sarah Strong wasn't on this list, which she is quite young. She's quite young to be on this list, but they do have some college athletes on here. Lauren Betts, Aaliyah Boston, Cam Brink, Paige Beckers, Veronica Burton, Sonia Citron, Caitlin Clark, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Dearica Hamby, Kiki Riafan, Rakia Jackson, Brianna Jones, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, and Jackie Young. Now, I also will note, you guys, that there are some players obviously missing from this that will be on Team USA. Nafisa Collier, Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina. So there's obviously some big names that are missing here, but that does not mean that they don't have the ability to be on the team. So this is just the roster. Like, some people have scheduling issues. I don't know all the details, but I just want to let you guys know the people on here are not the only ones who are up for making that Team USA roster. But obviously Caitlin Clark is on here. We heard her say at her golfing tournament that she's feeling back to 100%. So it seems like we'll get Caitlin Clark full speed once again in mid-December. You guys, I think that's pretty much it from my sitting on the floor in an Airbnb in Florida episode of Courtside Club. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Do you wish that Caitlin would have gone to Under Armour? Where do you think Steph Curry will land next? What shoes do you want to see Steph Curry wearing next? Because honestly, he had a really good game in those Sabrinas. Anyway, you guys, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. Also, you guys, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you have an amazing time with your family and friends and loved ones and whoever you are spending this time with. And if you don't have anybody to spend it with, then I hope that this video at least gave you a smile, and just know that I'm giving you a big virtual hug for Thanksgiving. So hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you after the holiday. Ooh, Anna.